It's Week 11 of the National Football League. And we've got the Chargers' sure-handed wide receiver, who's your new single-season record holder and first 2,000-yard receiver in league history. It's the Chargers and the Packers, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for our visit, the Chargers offense getting going here for the first time, 9-0 now with their most recent victory. And the one we'll be watching is this man at wideout. He's had a season for the ages. Over 2,000 yards receiving. Simply incredible.
And for the longest time, we've thought about Calvin Johnson. 1,964 yards. That was the standard before you could get to 2,000. This is uncharted territory that we're talking about right now. I just wonder, how much higher can he take this?
And that's the question everybody wants to know is, what's the final tally going to be? Touchdown, LA! Austin Eckler with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Chargers have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Finding space at the 40. Inside the 20. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. Herbert now. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field, and they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 151 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business.
And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And that game tied at 7 in the second quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. The Giants seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. The Cowboys locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. It was Austin Eckler who was the star of that first half. He's over 100 yards rushing for the game already and found the end zone twice as well. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Let's go.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 37. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Go.
Here's Herbert. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here's 3rd and 3. Now it's Herbert. That is caught. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go.
Eckler will score. Touchdown, Chargers. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Herbert. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And the Chargers first down.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 22-yard scamper. And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. LA set to take over again on offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Caught by Allen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 more on that one and another first down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
This is a counter play. Eckler. Powerful running. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with a milestone. Career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So out come the Chargers. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
On first down, it's Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. 30 yards. And the Chargers are going to be moving to 10-0 as they add on to this big lead.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field, and they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They started on the ground with Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for LA, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through